Kelowna's Good Stuff welcomes local videographers and digital marketers to come together for the benefit of our clients, as well as to make our jobs that much easier. There's a lot of work and detail that goes on into any video production or fulfilling any marketing strategy. A lot of skills, equipment, and resources are required to stitch everything together. Teamwork does make the dream work. I'm sure you're aware of the benefits of having good help, and most of these benefits I'm about to mention have already likely been on your wish list for some time. They're not just wishes, they're proven methods we've all learned from successful production houses and marketing agencies that we're all trying to emulate from. I see 4 major challenges that we all have to solve in our industry. We need business systems, an effective marketing strategy, we got to address the pricing and the value challenges, as well as getting the right help and resources required to fulfill larger projects. I'm going to talk about pricing concerns and getting the right help in this video. I'm hoping throughout the rest of these videos that I'm going to show that there is a marketing strategy and business systems that are being stitched together. Let's start out with pricing, as many are having a hard time with this. Do you find it hard to sell bigger budget productions? Or do you find that there's like this ceiling for what you can ask for? Anything more just seems to be ludicrous. Can you properly fulfill all the required duties you're trying to promise your clients? It's hard to quote $50,000 for a project if they only see you. Most people look at its face value and think $50,000 is a lot of money to hand over to just one person. And it is. It's kind of like the value of a really nice car. But businesses write these big checks to other businesses all the time. And they also have people on their payroll that they pay to every year. The embodiment of a business seems to shelter that. They're giving money to an entity that has various departments and behind the scenes details that make up the cost of this transaction. An established company that has a history and reputation secures trust in this transaction. It's really hard for an established company to run off with the money or fall short on its promises and get away with it. There's a limit to what people will pay to an individual. That limit mirrors what one might expect as what they think your salary ought to be. They think, how many days will it take to do the job? 1, maybe 2? That might only be worth a few $100s in their mind's eyes. They buy the person, not the entirety of the job or the value the job provides. They like you, they want to pay you, but they only see you. By working with an agency, it removes the associated risk in large financial transactions. They trust the business and its organization to fulfill a $50,000 project. But there's also bookkeeping and tax implications that comes with doing business to business transactions. There's a lot more systems and trust that goes with the deal. Businesses only write big checks to businesses. So as a videographer, sell yourself, but transact the financial affairs through a marketing agency. You will look more credible and capable of associating yourself with the image and resources of something much bigger than you, even if you still have to do most of the work, and even if you own the agency. But beyond pricing, here's some other benefits. Ever find yourself on a project and wish you had help? Would you like to have a go-to source of help and know exactly what to expect when working with them? Teams can accomplish much more than individuals. I like to use the 1 + 1 = 3 illustration. It takes one person 3 times longer to accomplish the same thing that 2 people can. Situational, of course, but definitely applicable in our industry. There are many hats to be worn running any company, let alone the hats required to create videos and a marketing campaign. Sharing, pooling, and collaborating on projects opens up more doors for you. You only have so much time in a week or a month. How much of your time are you dividing your attention on tasks that you could get help with so you can be more productive? So you're not going to be an employee of Kelowna's Good Stuff. You get paid like a freelancer for the tasks that you do. Tasks you do not wish to do can be outsourced to become somebody else's independent work. We will have project rates for various tasks and everyone will be a freelancer. In this way, you own and operate your business. You own your equipment and you get all the tax benefits that goes with it. But you're also not in business by yourself, as you will be working with other like-minded individuals where we can share resources and systems to help each other's businesses out. Now, how many of us are still working from home? Everyone does have to start somewhere. I'm in the living room of my house right here. But all professionals know that they need to expand their business outside of their home. Studio resources are expensive for a one-man band, but if we pool into a working space, we can have much more access to more tools. Now, who doesn't want to work in a studio? Imagine having access to a studio with space to craft your vision. What about access to a proper green screen? Imagine having the space to do interviews when there is no suitable location to do so otherwise. Nobody wants to do this in their homes, and nobody wants to make do with the lack of options. We as professionals need to ensure we have the resources to solve these problems for our clients. How about access to equipment that you as an individual can't afford to justify? Think about a raw camera and its tools to operate them. Do you have $50,000 to spend on a camera you might use 6 times a year? What about professional lights? Do you have access to 6 cameras if you needed it for a project? Everyone that wants a part of this can have their own desk and computer space to edit projects from. Maybe the desk is Kelowna's good stuff, but the computer and what you do with it is yours. It becomes your space to make your job easier. We can work on our own projects and have people around us to help provide feedback when needed. Everyone needs a second opinion or feedback to ensure the quality of our craft is good. Sometimes we miss things or overlook things, or just need help finding a solution. And when working on larger projects, it's easier for all the editors to work in the same room. Even as an independent freelancer, we should meet regularly for meetings to share news about what we're all up to. The meeting room should also be a brainstorming room for group thinking with lots of whiteboards and resources to aid. Bigger the project, the more collaborative our meetings will be. And coffee shops just are not the place for that. I mean, who likes to go to a crowded, noisy coffee shop to discuss business matters? Having a place where you can bring your clients and talk about projects without distractions will add to your credibility to manage productions and improve your sales. Having a place to present the project you're working on also matters too. You are not planning on just uploading to the cloud and have them view it on their own merits, were you? Make sure they see it in the comforts of a small theater where they can see and hear the quality of your work. Delivery of your work matters just as much as making a first impression. It's all about the image. So let's make sure you have those resources from the start to the finish to look and feel as professional as your work is. And if this space is the same building where you edit, making quick revisions with a client will be much easier. And lastly, and certainly not least, marketing resources you can share with your clients. Your clients have many different needs, and one of the most common is to grow their brand awareness. Check out the benefits of Kelowna's Good Stuff for local businesses for more information. Now there's a laundry list of other benefits, but we must end this at some point. If you see value in this for you or your business, reach out. I'm sure in one way or another we can help each other out. Otherwise, have yourself a good one.